right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Weekly Weedle episode. What is this? 47? Damn. Episode 47.
We're
Did
coming up
you,
on a year.
and I would say, did you think, yeah, that's crazy. Almost a year, 5 more episodes. Did you think that we'd make it to this point?
I was a little nervous about you.
Yeah, I was nervous
I
about me too.
because I asked you, I was like, "Hey, you want to do this podcast and stuff?" And you're like, I got big like commitment vibes coming from you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't want to commit to something that,
You didn't
especially
want to
with
commit.
what?
You didn't want to commit.
No,
I said once a
yeah.
week, and you're like, "Oh man, that's a lot."
I make a video on my regular channel like once every 2 months, so
Yeah.
once a week is crazy for me. But yeah, and I'm glad I stuck with it and we're doing it. There's
And
yeah,
you haven't missed an episode.
I don't know why, how. I think it's because I feel like I can't. I don't know. Not that I can't, but I
You
I
can.
enjoy I enjoy doing it. It's fun.
It's in our contract that you will be fired if you miss a single episode.
I think I've probably been fired like 5 times already for different things.
Yeah, but you're here.
Yeah. And we have a lot of people in the chat with us today. Branton's here, Platy's here, Billiana, Blue Hunt, Dried Creek Cards, everybody. What's up, y'all?
Good morning, everyone. Uh, we have a cool episode, I think. I think this is a good episode. I like what we're doing.
Oh, I just
Um,
realized the stories you sent me, do you have the links to those or do you just want me to pull up the
I got
screenshot?
I got it
Okay,
covered.
cool.
I'll
Sounds good.
I'll do them. Yeah, so we are doing today Weedle reads Reddit stories. I'm trying hard not to say Weedle reads Reddit stories, but it's like I really want to.
Weedle Weed's Weddit story. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, so we've got 2 Reddit stories. Um, do you want me to read them both, or did you wanna read one? I'm comfortable reading them.
that'll be better for all of us.
Okay. And, yeah, so we like to have discussion topics, but in this case, we're gonna read this story, and then that's going to be a jump-off point for our discussion. Alright, are we ready for the first story?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one is from r/Pokemon TCG. I make these top loader earrings and wear different cards in them to every show I go to. They're how everyone recognizes me. I once had a first edition Shining Magikarp in one and a Delta species Mew in the other while I was walking around Collecticon. In total, my ears were carrying vaguely $600, give or take. One vendor complimented my earrings and then asked why I didn't have them graded. I told him I'd rather do things with my cards than let them sit forever. This guy started to get real upset with me, and I refused to put bulk in my earrings. He offered to buy the cards off me because I was mistreating them and should know the true value of the cards. I declined his offer and he said, "Okay, suit yourself, ruin them for all I care," and then proceeded to be very rude to me and the people I was with. Is this really all too different than wearing expensive jewelry? What do you think?
Uh, Super creative with the earrings. That's pretty funny. I don't. So I guess the main point here is the how people value cards differently or how they perceive how they should be treated. Is for context, does it have like a time of when this happened? Because I'm curious of like she said the values of the cards and it sounded like it was maybe a little bit low, but
This was recent. This was this year, I think.
Sailing said, "I'll take things that never happened for 100." Alex, I don't. This is not too far fetched. Um, I could totally see this happening where you have some person that, that's getting crafty, made some earrings out of top loaders, and then some investor bro saying, "Oh, the, thinking the card's just he's just looking at the card from a monetary value instead of the personal value that she has as a collector."
Yeah.
Um,
They did add a photo.
there we go. It's real. This looks okay, she has plugs or, like, gauges. I was gonna say, this looks like it would stretch the earring hole because it have, like, the weight of it over time,
Mm.
but she has gauges, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know, what do you think of this?
I think it's fine. I, I used to have stretched ears, and I used to sometimes, like, wear goofy things in them for fun. Um, it's just a it's just a form of self-expression. It's not like the cards are I mean, maybe they're at a higher risk of being damaged opposed to having them in a binder or at home, but they're fine. I think it's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, people were saying, yeah, you could do whatever you want with them, which I agree with. I think I guess part of the lesson here, for lack of better words, is like how people value their cards is differently, and how I might value so many people are they value a card from a monetary perspective. That's the only thing they think of when they say, how much is that card? How valuable is that card? And there's other ways to value cards besides monetary or price points. It could have a memory attached to it. It could just be like in this girl's case, she's i- having fun with them. She's getting enjoyment out of using them as a fashion piece. People wear their cards in slab bags. Those I have one, but like the vendors that have those little man purse, things, deals,
Yeah.
and they're displaying their card. This is almost exactly the same thing
Mhm.
um, in concept, but um, I think we're too in myself, I do this all the time, just with the how much these cards are worth nowadays. We look at the monetary aspect as the only form of value for Pokemon cards. It's like our automatic thing when we think of value, and there are people out there, I believe, that just, they don't really care. But they have different ways of, enjoying Pokemon cards.
Yeah, and this person, they got I can see pink hair, shaved on the side, stretched ears. I'm gonna go and say they're a little bit alternative, a little bit counterculture, and it's very natural. It's called the hipster effect that when society moves in one mainstream direction, some people they feel compelled to go in the other direction. So when everyone's treating Pokemon as this alternative asset, someone like this might say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to express myself in a way that says I'm not mainstream. I don't believe in the mainstream pokey investor bro hype. I'm going to wear them around my ears to show that." I think that's pretty cool. Uh, I
I like
think,
that.
yeah, I think there's a pushback right now. Like for example, my first edition Charizard is raw. I don't know if I'm going to grade it. It's
Yeah, that is like a taboo thing, or against the grain to
yeah,
keep a first ed Charizard raw in a binder or whatever you want to do with it. Make earrings
yeah,
out of them.
yeah.
What's DG, Avi DG? I think it's Avi from your Discord, maybe.
Yeah, it's
Um,
Abby.
Collectors tend to overestimate how much it takes to actual damage cards. I think that is something that I got to a point at, and I do see that people, as soon as they get it out of a booster pack, they're like, "Where's the sleeve? Where's the sleeve?" And the way they like handle cards is it's like they're like an ancient artifact or something so fragile. But I just from being with you and talking with you on these, and in Discord, I see you something I started doing because I saw you do this is when you show a card, instead of showing the card in like a sleeve, and a whatever this thing's called, forget, card saver. You always have it raw and you take it out and you showcase it. But most people would be very, like, oh my god, it's out of the sleeve. I remember I had that Gold Star Rayquaza before I graded it, and I showed it on a live, and it was just on my desk like raw. So I had it and I showed it, and people were like, he just has it sitting on his desk raw. It like blew people's minds. But that's how I used to think about these cards. And so yeah, I think that's a good point, that people are just so they overestimate how much it takes to do some damage to a card, especially like this girl has them top loaded. Like nothing's gonna happen to that.
Yeah, yeah, they're sleeved and top loaded.
Yeah, hopefully
I
some.
mean, for real. Yeah, no, I think it's cool. Is it really that much different than wearing expensive jewelry? I don't think so. I think that's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's more. I guess you can make an argument that's more fragile, but again, it's in a top loader. It's unlikely that something's really going to happen to it.
They did provide one edit. It says, "I don't always wear expensive cards in them. I just like the attention. LMAO. It's the crying over cardboard that gets me."
It is a good attention
So,
grabber. It's something
rage bait.
different.
It's rage bait.
I'm trying to think of like the craziest cards you could put in there, and I think a first ed Charizard would be one of them.
That'd be I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that. I have holes in my ears. I have first edition
can you
Charizard.
please? That'd
Maybe
be
I'll show
funny.
up next episode with it.
I don't know. Is there anything else we could take out of this?
Um, yeah, relax. It's just Pokemon cards. Don't take it too seriously.
It's a great point. I it is. It really is because sometimes we get so wrapped up, and even like we're in the discords, and your discord's not so much like this, but other discords I'm in, and the content, and we're all in the comments, on the live chatting and debating about different things, and we get so wrapped up in our opinions on things in the hobby. And sometimes it doesn't happen soon enough, as soon as I would like it to, but I realize after a certain point, I'm getting so wrapped up in this, and I'm like, "It's so stupid, it's just cardboard." And I'm going back and forth with this person I don't know, and it's like, it doesn't really matter, like, it's just, it's a good thing to remember sometimes that it's just cardboard.
Yeah, you feel it when you go outside of Pokemon too. Like I showed my parents the first edition Charizard, and they're just like, "What is like what? What is it?" And I was like, "Oh,
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah." They're it's so funny. They're just staring at it, like no idea what it is. Then my stepdad goes, "Is that an original?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's an original."
Is that Pikachu?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just Pokemon. I mean, our families are way more important. Our health is way more important. Uh, yeah.
What other things could you do besides keeping a first edition Charizard raw and some earring top loader earring things? What could you
Some
do to rage
people
bait some collectors
some
or
people put their
investors?
cards in their phone cases.
I've seen that.
Have you seen that? I don't like that because I first of all, this is crazy. I don't rock a phone case.
Me neither.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? That's weird. I don't think I've come across another person who doesn't use a
I
phone
think
case.
we're oh, it said you're echoing. Yeah, I think we're a rare breed nowadays.
Weird. Um, but if you've ever taken the phone case off your phone, it's like there's so much dust in there. Like it's so dirty.
Yeah, I've noticed that 'cause I've take it out. It might be my headphones are up too high. I don't know if let us know if he's still echoing, but, yeah, I used to have a case sometimes. I didn't have a case for the longest time, and I had the first iPhone all the way up to, I guess, whatever the one we're at now, but I made it to, I think, like, the iPhone 9 without cracking it, and I never had a case, and then I cracked it, and I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'm getting a case now," because it was, like, the first day after I got the 9. It was sitting on my lap in my car, and I got up, and I forgot, and it just, like, fell, and I dropped my phone tons of times before, it never cracked. Um, and then, yeah, I didn't like the case after a while, and so I went back to no case.
Yeah, I've never cracked a phone screen yet. I figured when I do, I've probably saved a bunch of money on phone cases. So
Mm.
I actually do. I got sorry, this is a weird tangent that we're going on right now. But I found just the cutest Totoro phone case I've ever seen. I think it was like I don't know, it was on like Sheen or Wish or something. And I was like, I have to have that. I ordered it and they sent me this. This pink
Kiki,
Kiki's delivery
that's not
service phone
that's
case.
not what I ordered.
That's not what I ordered,
That's still
but I
cool, though.
rocked it. I rocked it for a while. I don't think it fits this phone. No, it doesn't, but
What's
yeah,
your
I
favorite, Ghibli Studios movie?
that's tough. I'm gonna say probably Howl's Moving Castle.
That's yeah, that's one of my favorite, but I go between that and then Spirited Away. They're all
Totoro
good.
is they are all good, except for Grave of the Fireflies.
I've never even heard of that.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, that's
Don't
funny.
watch that one.
Um, we have another story, but did you pick up anything this week?
Kind of, yeah. I got some fan mail this week.
What? You're
Yeah,
so
so
you're so popular.
so not from Sleeve No Card Behind, but from the Weekly Weedle.
Oh, okay. Where's mine?
Yeah, one of
Just
our
kidding.
Weedle fans. Um, I mentioned that where is it? I've got it kicking around here somewhere. I mentioned that I got the EB Games Ho-Oh
Oh, yeah,
stand
yeah, yeah.
and that I really I grabbed an extra one and I was like, "Hey, someone trade me for the GameStop one." Well, thank you, Cameron. He sent me the GameStop one.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
I
is cool. I
have
do
it
remember you
now.
talking about that.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. And then he didn't tell me this. He surprised me by adding some more Ho-Ohs to the package.
Ooh, the Akiragawa one. Nice.
Yeah. So that was really nice. That really made my whole week actually. Um just awesome. Awesome. Just really happy about that. Um
That is really cool.
3 or 4 that I needed. So that's really cool.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Also, this Ho-Oh just has like insane hollow bleed on it.
I
Like, you won't be
can't
able to see it
see.
on camera, but it's, like, very, very strong hollow bleed. Yeah, that was oh, man, that's so awesome, like,
That is really
it's so
cool.
much it's so much cooler now to have these knowing that it came from someone. It just, like, it makes them so much more valuable to me. The personal value goes up really high.
I was gonna say that's perfect example of valuing something other than monetary value. I think
Yeah,
I showed
like
you my binder that I have with people that sign cards from like friends in the hobby. And those cards
exactly.
are like they would mean nothing to me. Like they're just most of them are bulk cards that would mean nothing to me if I didn't have it signed. But now that like it has that person's signature on it, I love those cards.
He sent a handwritten note as well that said like, "Hey, if you have these or if you don't want these extra Ho-Ohs, feel free to sell them or give them away." I'm like, "No, these are super valuable to me now." Like, I don't know, it's just really special. So, yeah, I think
Yeah, I
that's
was
all I
gonna
got this week.
show my for people that haven't seen this is my hobby homies binder, and it's just people I've met in the hobby that have sent me cards with like gifts or when we exchange stuff, they sign a card and then they'll send me. Yeah, so not too many in there, but I'm trying to build it up and fill it up. So um, I need to get one from you.
Yeah. Hey, you sent me a package, but you didn't sign anything.
I didn't remember. I'm sorry. I've done I
Oh, no.
Yeah. Um, you said that's it. That's all you're picked up
I
this
think
week.
that's honestly, I think I'm forgetting something, but yeah, I think that's all I got this week.
Any how was your new video? That was pretty good, no?
Yeah, it's doing very well. I think it's my favorite video I've made, and a lot of the audience seems to agree.
Yeah, I went back and watched it twice because I think the first time I was a little distracted. And I went back and watched it and I was like, yeah, this is really good. Everything's put together well, the cuts, the editing, the script it's all done really well. I'll probably watch it again, honestly. I liked it a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, Gabe killed it with the editing. I just felt but before publishing that, I did 3 videos on artwork, and I just it ended up not performing well, and I had a bit of a breakdown. Not Not really, I'm okay, but like, sat for a bit, and I was like, "What do I do?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna go all out. I'm just gonna, like, pour my heart into like a really dense video, and I'm just gonna make it because that's what I want to do, and I don't care what anyone thinks. And it turned out to be a really good video. So
That's good. I was laughing at Platy's comment. She said, "I'm where'd it go? I'm still salty. I'm next to the Wigglytuff peen." One of those cards was signed, and there was yeah Wigglytuff with that on
oh
it. But her
no.
card is right next to that card.
No.
um, I got a couple pickups. This first one, I think I showed you in your Discord. So these are the Tamamushi Magikarp, not the card, but you the test packet you would get when you would sign up to enter the university, the Tamamushi University. You get 2 notebooks, a student ID card, a pin, and then you got pencils. And I found these on Mercari, but they have the let me see if I can get this to this is not gonna work. There's a little Magikarp up there. And it just says Tamamushi Daigakusei wa so it's like, yeah, but they're still in the package. Tiny little things. But I just thought they were really cool and they were like 20 bucks. Um,
That is really cool. 30 years old.
yeah. And Braden pointed out that I ripped the person off, I guess, because he found some on eBay for like 300. It was like a single pencil for $300. I didn't know how much I've never seen these before. I just ran across them randomly. And the person like just listed them. It was 20 bucks. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay 300 for those. 20 bucks
Yeah.
is like, sure, why not? Um,
Yeah. I wouldn't pay 100 for
50
this.
bucks, I don't know if I'd pay 50 for those.
That's pushing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought they were really cool, like, given the history. I'll never own that Magikarp, but, uh but I can own the pencils that somebody didn't use to win it, I guess.
How do you
Uh,
feel about that Magikarp on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being like Trophy King and 1 being like bulk? Like,
it's a 10.
oh, really?
It's the best Magikarp, I think.
Okay.
I think just the fact that he's using the what is it, Hyper Beam? Or yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's so cool, and I forget the lore behind it, but it wasn't there, like, a special way to get that Magikarp, like, from a contest?
So that Magikarp is the card version of an in-game
Yeah,
Magikarp that would be handed out as well.
and it was, like, very limited, even the game one, right? To get it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it knew Hyper Beam.
Yeah, that's
That was a big thing.
crazy.
So then, yeah,
Is there
yeah.
any way you could have transferred it from, like, red version to crystal gold all the way up to these newer?
There are ways, yeah.
Ooh.
I would, I don't think any would exist anymore.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if you had, like, one of those and you could, like, trace it back to then, but, um, yeah, super Dragon Rage? Is that it? Avi said Dragon Rage. Is that the attack?
What were we saying?
I said Hyper
We were
Beam.
saying Hyper Beam? I believe it is Dragon Rage, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I said he bought the badge about a year ago. They had the whole set, the badge, the student ID, the 2 pencils, and the 2 notebooks that sold for $2,000 on Mercari. I thought that was kinda crazy.
Damn. If if I had the card, maybe.
Yeah, it would be, like, in a set, like, with yeah, it would be
Yeah,
perfect. But,
yeah, that'd be really nice.
yeah, I think I'll just
Yeah,
piece mine together, get lucky, and find the badge by itself, find the notebooks maybe. Um
I wasn't expecting you to give that a 10.
oh, sorry,
Um,
yeah, what do you rate it as?
Also 10. It's
Okay.
like sometimes I think like Trophy King or Magikarp. I really like it, but the Trophy King's hollow, the Magikarp's not hollow. Um, so that kinda tips the scale for me, but yeah, there's I saw one in person and I was just staring at it. I was like, "That's I want it.
Yeah.
I want it so bad."
Would you ever get the web series one? Because they reprinted it for web series, right?
Yeah, I think I like the web series one better because I really like the e-reader, uh, card design,
Hmm.
um, just from a visual standpoint. But no, I don't feel like paying. No, I I feel like the web series one is, overpriced, and then I feel like the Tamamushi one isn't overpriced.
That's funny, right? The probably the
Yeah.
yeah, it's more expensive, but you feel like, "Okay, that one deserves it more." I think there was, like they planned on giving out 1,000, but there wasn't they don't think that many people passed the test even, so they're not
Mm,
there was, like, 1,000 intended to go out, but I don't know what the pops are on them, but yeah, it's pretty limited
mm.
if it's 1,000.
I would be happy if my collection one day was Trophy Kang and Tamamushi carp.
Yeah, or just one of them, honestly. Alright, last pickup really quick before this is, something that's really cool. Billy on she's in the chat. So, I asked her a few months back to draw some artwork, for some custom cards I wanted,
Here we
and
go.
yeah, she got them over to me, and these are I don't think I've showed people online, but, yeah, this is the tag team Lola and Lopunny card that she drew, and it's got the texture's not coming up on it. It's got some sick texture, though. So, there's it's so cool. Yeah, she drew this one, and then yeah, she's in the chat. And then she drew a second one, which the second one I think is my favorite. This one just is so good. Again, it's Lola and Lopunny, but they're, like, fighting. This texture comes out better on this card. That looks so great. Just dead silence from you.
Disgusting, man.
It's so cool,
I can't believe she drew those. That's
right?
crazy.
They're so good.
Why did you have to turn the cake up so high on Lola there?
I think she even asked me, she's like, I forget how she phrased it. She probably didn't phrase it this way, but she's like, how sexy do you want it to be?" I don't think those are the exact words she used. Um,
I hope not.
but yeah, it came out really good. I love both of them, and I got 10 copies of each, and I gave her a set, and then I have a set, and so I have 8 sets to, I don't know, give out. I don't know if it's gonna be through the Weekly Weedle or through my channel. It'll probably be through my channel somehow. And it may not even be like on a video. It might just be like, hey, this person and I have like this really cool relationship, and here's a couple Lola Bunny and Low Punny cards. But yeah.
Platy says Oliver wants a set. I do, but only because it's Billiana illustrated.
Uh, See, I don't know if I thought about that. I was like, would Oliver want one? I don't know. I feel like he would, but he wouldn't.
Um, all right, let's move on from that.
All right, we have another story. What's the next
Our
story?
weekly bunny mail. All right, here's our next story. I lost my dad last week. Out of thousands of cards at Collecticon, my son picked the only single card my dad ever bought me. That's the title. So, my dad passed away suddenly 8 days ago. One thing we always shared was a love for collecting. My happiest memories as a kid were taking the bus with him to Toys R Us or walking to the mini market where he'd buy me a pack of baseball or Pokemon cards. Back then, when I was around 6, my favorite Pokemon were Charizard and Mewtwo. But one day we walked into a collectible toy store and I noticed a card in their small display case of singles, a first edition hollow Aerodactyl with a pre release stamp. I'd never seen anything like it and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I remember almost having to beg my dad for it because it was around 20 or 25 bucks, which was a lot for a single card back then. But he bought it for me. It was the only single card he ever bought me, and unfortunately, I lost it somewhere over the years. This past weekend, I took my 6-year-old son to Collecticon. He's pretty new to collecting, and his favorites are usually Charizard, Mewtwo, Gengar, and Bulbasaur. Right before we walked in, I actually thought to myself, if I happen to find that Aerodactyl today, I'm buying it. We walked around for a bit, and by our fifth or sixth stop, we came across a booth with 8 to 10 cases packed full of cards. They were layered on top of each other, so you could basically only see the card names, prices, and a tiny sliver of artwork. Out of thousands of cards, my son points to one buried under the glass and says, I kind of like this one. I looked down, expecting to see a Charizard or a Mewtwo. Instead, He was pointing right at a fossil hollow Aerodactyl, a Pokemon he didn't even know, hidden in a sea of cards. I stood there in complete disbelief and asked him, "Why that one?" He just looked at me and said, "I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool," which was the exact same way it happened for me nearly 30 years ago. It wasn't a first edition and didn't have the pre release stamp, but I bought it for him on the spot. It became the very first single card I've ever bought my son, handed to him at 6 years old, just 8 days after losing my dad. I went into that convention looking to buy back a memory, and my son ended up handing it right back to me. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah, that would be a wild experience. It's the weird the timing too of like, yeah, that he has that memory, like, he's, just lost his dad and has this memory of that interaction they had with Pokemon, and then his son picks out the same card pretty much.
What are the chances?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, why doesn't Aerodactyl get more love?
Yeah, he's a C tier Pokemon.
Oh, oh,
I know you like
oh.
dinosaurs. Um, yeah, it's kind of a yeah, young type PC. I'm not crying. Yeah, it's kind of an emotional story. Um, Aerodactyl's cool. I think he just probably doesn't have enough cards, right? To
Yeah, I don't know.
he's
Aerodactyl
just
needs some
he's kind of
love.
like a basic dinosaur. There's nothing. He's not Pokemon. He's like a dinosaur.
I always felt like he was the cooler Charizard.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Um,
Is that because you had an Aerodactyl and not a Charizard when you were growing up?
possibly,
Uh,
possibly. Yeah, that was a cool story. What would that card be for you?
oh damn. Um, I don't have any of my childhood cards. I know like one of the moments that I remember the most as a kid was my parents they went on a trip somewhere, and then they were gone for a few days, and we were with our cousins and aunt and uncle, and we met them. They came back, but we met them at the restaurant for dinner. And we didn't get a lot of Pokemon packs growing up. We'd just gotten into it, and I think I had my Weedle that kid gave me on the playground at recess, and a couple other cards that I got at like a swap meet, but none of them were hollow. Maybe I had a Machamp. No, I didn't have the Machamp at this time, the starter deck one, but they brought us some packs, and I was just like, I want a hollow so bad, and I think we each got 1 or 2 packs, and I got the Ninetales hollow, and that was like my first hollow, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But yeah, I got out of Pokemon and gave I think my cousin actually still owns that card. I gave the cards to my cousin. I should actually message them and see if they'll let me buy it. Because that'd be really cool to have. But yeah, that's probably the card that I could think of, like, in my childhood. The Weedle, obviously, because that was my first card, and then that Ninetales because my first hollow. What about
Nice.
what about you?
I have a few, I think. I've told this story before, but I think it's paywalled behind my members content. But I had a base set Blastoise that I really liked it. When I was around 10 years old, my hamster died, and I was so overwhelmed and distraught with emotion that when we held a funeral for him and buried him in the backyard, I rest my favorite Pokemon card, the base set Blastoise, on his in his coffin
What?
on top of him, and I buried the Blastoise.
No way. I've never heard this story.
No,
No.
but I had forgotten about this. I was 10 years old. I actually completely forgot about this. So my brother was over here a couple of years ago, and I was showing him my base set, and I was like, "Yeah, there's something like I don't know what happened to this Blastoise, but it's messed up. It's like it clearly has like water damage and stuff. Like I just have like my Blastoise just super messed up." And he's like, "I know what happened to it. You don't remember?" I said, "No." He's like, "You buried it with your hamster, and then you dug it up the next day."
is the thought that counted. He dug it
Yeah,
up
I
the
was like,
next day.
"Oh, no."
Dude, that's so funny, the stories we have. So, just the stories of how we treated Pokemon cards back then. They weren't worth anything. We are like, you just presented it at your hamster's funeral.
Yeah, I don't know how many cards I put in the spokes of my bicycle.
Oh, I've never done that.
Really? I
Yeah.
remember, like, you had to have cards in your spokes, and there were times when I ran out of energy cards, I'm like, "Who's going in the spokes today?" So,
Damn.
someone's not gonna make the cut.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's cool that you still have that Blastoise?
I do, yeah. It's
Oh,
it's my base
dude.
set Blastoise, I've never replaced it.
Is it easily accessible?
Yeah, I can grab it.
Can I see it? Yeah, I wanna see this thing.
You're gonna have to hopefully the camera picks it up.
Pretty good for being in a grave.
Looks pretty good. If we can get the shine on the back,
I'll just have to believe you, I can't see it.
I guess so. I do show it in my I think it's my very first members vlog I put out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to see on camera, but it's like super wavy and water damaged.
That's so cool. Well, so you said you had a couple, though. You had a couple cards that are have that story. Is it you're gonna share.
Dragonite EX. Um, I think it's from not Ruby and Sapphire. EX Sandstorm, maybe?
Okay.
I think that's my best pull. I think that's best card I pulled when I was a kid. Same thing, we didn't get packs very often. I think that was a pack I got for Christmas, and I pulled the Dragonite EX. I was obsessed with it, and I actually completely forgot about it until a few years back when I saw a picture of it, and I was like, "Oh, I had that card. I had that card."
Hmm.
And, it's really expensive now. I'll have to buy it back one day.
Yeah, memory can make a card that's not worth anything, or even like upbeat. Like the card is in terrible condition, like your Blastoise. It doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it could be in terrible condition, and it's other people would be like, oh, it's not worth anything, but to you, because that memory, you're like, man, I need this card in my collection because of that. And it doesn't have to be something from your childhood. I think, people think it has to be from way back then, but there's cards that you could, if you just started collecting 5 years ago that you could have a good memory with. You pulled it with a friend, or, some cool story is attached to it, the way you got it. I've had cards where I guess I say I used to run a lot. I haven't been running. Um, but I'd go on these really long runs, and we'd do like 40-mile runs on Saturday, me and my buddy. And the chances of finding a Pokemon card, or a playing card, like just like we wouldn't be on the street just laying there. But we ended up finding like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, a Pokemon card, and I just started picking them up and like throwing them in my pack. And they're all wrecked, but they're just cool that I'm like, oh, these cards are just they're wrecked, but they look cool because it was like during we found this on the run, that we did that one day. Um, so just little things like that, that that makes the collecting more fun, I guess.
Yeah, and that's one of the like when you get into collecting, one of the things that you kind of got to wrap your head around is the PSA ones being worth more than twos, threes, fours, and fives. But that's part of the draw. When you hold a Charizard that's visibly creased, it's all scuffed up, covered in scratches. It's like wow, this has memories in it. Like the cardboard is soaked with like playground
Mm,
battles, and it's just really, really cool. And it's kind of like it's this weird thing where like now when you see a damaged card, you're like, is it authentically damaged? Was this damaged by a 6-year-old or was it damaged by a 35-year-old trying to get a
yeah.
PSA 1?
Oh, it's so glares so bad. Yeah, this isn't a card that like it'd be much cooler if I had this as like a childhood Charizard, but it's definitely, I found this when I came back in the hobby, and it's the only base set Charizard I own now. Actually, I have one more because ARS didn't grade it, but this is the only one in my collection. The other one is gonna get sold, but it's like even though it's not my memory, you can just, like, look at it and you're like, "Okay, somebody enjoyed this a lot and had a lot of fun with it." Um, Sometimes I'll buy, like, bulk collections and you'll see, like, drawings on it or, like, the birthday cards or, like, where it says, like, "Blanks Pikachu," and you could write in your name. You'll see the kid's name from, 20 years ago that what they wrote in their name. Um, yeah, it's maybe not your memory, but the card, like, the damaged cards, you can tell they have, like, a story behind them.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Anyways, let's get to the news. We got some news this week.
eBay cracking down on people selling the 30th anniversary products. There's been a lot of sales of stolen product on eBay and other platforms, but, yeah, there was a article that said that they had sent out a message to all the sellers saying it's under our stolen goods policy that you cannot sell stolen goods, and we've been notified that these are, not supposed to be out, unless you have some kinda letter stating otherwise, you need to take them down, and they were actively taking down, listings as well of 30th anniversary cards, so good on eBay for doing that. I don't think there's any other platforms like Whatnot was, where we all saw these, most of these packs being opened, but I don't think Whatnot said anything about it.
If I was if I was opening 30th anniversary product, I'd probably do it on Whatnot. It feels
Yeah.
like this it feels like the Wild West, kind of the safest place to do it.
Yeah, and if you, get your account banned or blocked, you just make another account.
Yeah. My eBay account is 18 years old. I don't wanna risk getting a strike on it.
That's impressive. I had one that's, like, I think 7 or 6 years old, when like, around the time I came back into Pokemon is when I made it, and I don't know if I told you, but I was gonna start doing online, like, vintage bulk and, like, singles, not just bulk, but singles too, but vintage mid-era stuff, and I bought a scanner, like, this sick scanner. It does 70 cards front and back, like, high res scans in a minute. It'll just, like, shoot them out, like, choo, 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 choo. And then I got card uploader and everything, so it, like, does all the eBay listings, like, super quick, but I had to make because I'm in Japan now, I wanted to have the business, like, I don't wanna make it a US-based business, I wanna do a Japanese-based business, and so you can't switch your region on your old eBay account, you have to make a new one.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah, I was like, "That sucks." But yeah, I had to make a new one, start all over, and yeah, hopefully that goes good, we'll see. Next, we have some English product, Delta Rain lineup. Do you wanna
Yeah, we got an image of the ETB.
Yeah, there's more, let me just pull up Poke Beach because there's a
It's a
lot
good
more.
looking it's a good looking ETB.
Do you like it?
I I would say it's one of the best.
Ooh, okay. Sorry, you're gonna see some ads. Um But yeah, this is the booster pack art, and then we have yeah, I like okay, the colors are really cool. I do like that.
Yeah, it's got a like a Northern Lights theme going on.
Yeah, and there's the back of it. You got the sleeves, the booster packs.
And the Kyogre promo.
Yeah, is that the one that we got that in the set, yeah, here in Japan.
Yeah, that slaps. Like,
That's a
thank
good
you.
promo
Yeah, I like when they give us a really nice promo.
of a popular Pokemon and not some random What was that dinosaur Pokemon? You probably like that one.
Tyrant.
Tyrant? I just thought that was
Um,
random. And then, like,
the Phantasmal
Thundurus.
Flames did yeah, Charcadet.
Charcadet's really it's random, but yeah, I like Charcadet.
Yeah, but I
It
mean,
is just random.
Kyogre.
Yeah, it's not a Kyogre. That is cool that they did, like, yeah, a popular Pokemon, and they did, you know, Rayquaza and Kyogre and Groudon all in the same, uh, generation in games.
It's cool to get, a sort of a Gen 3 set, finally. It's nice.
Yeah, that is.
It almost makes me think they'll give us a Gen 2 set one day.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna just they know we want it, so they won't give it to us.
They why do they hate Gen 2? Come on. Come on.
I don't know. There's
That's
your
sick.
there's your coin.
Wow. Oh, yeah, they gave it that, Platy, that's the same hollow pattern that the old Onyx has. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
That'll be
cool.
really cool.
Well, that
Oh,
looks
man,
interesting.
everything looks good. We got a Sprite-themed die.
Yeah. And then, yeah, damage counters. Um,
No way, look at that seal.
that is cool.
I'm loving this, man. So I just picked up, I guess I could have shared this, at show and tell time, but I just picked up the Slowpoke promo.
Ooh, it's Cosmos Hollow? Borders?
Yep, yeah, but
Oh,
it's
that's
like this
cool.
close up of Slowpoke, and then for
Is it the same artist?
what was it? I think for Perfect Order, there's a Makuhita that was, like, really close up. It reminded me of Prime Pokemon. So it's really cool to see that seal following the same trend there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Is
didn't
it what
realize we're
artist is that?
building a little theme.
What artist
What's
is
that?
on that Slowpoke?
Oh, let me see. Let me check for you. Let me open my drawer back up. Uh, oh goodness. Okay.
I can't read it on this.
Oh well.
Oh, wait,
um,
here. Kochi 8i?
this is Miki Kuda.
Ah, okay, never mind. I was just wondering if it was, like, the same since they look similar, but no. Yeah, that is there's a couple more it looks like, actually. Spritzy, the Totodile coin,
Spritesy.
Spritzy, Ampharos. This is, like, one of the best Ampharos cards, I think.
Hell yeah.
Um, and then another Totodile coin, the same maybe?
I like the Totodile. That's cool.
Yeah, Delphox, and that's ooh, why is so many of these little packs? It's interesting.
Mm.
And more. I didn't know this was all in here.
It is Spritzy Platy. I was just teasing because I said Sprite seemed die. Um, yeah, no, that's good. I'm excited to see the Pokemon Center ETB because usually they look better. And I don't know how they're gonna top this. So
Oh, yeah, they do look different, huh?
yeah.
Next, this is just a little short thing that, I guess Nintendo's was hinting at that they're gonna change their turn-based, like, battle system that they use for their mainline games where you hit, attack, item, run, like, yeah,
Oh.
and then you choose the attack. They're hinting at they're maybe gonna change that, and they said that's why they created Pokemon Champions, to have, like, a platform just for that style of battle, um, which I don't know how I feel about. I really like the I've never played Pokemon Champions, but I like using that old style of battle in the game, like, the old style of game, so it'll be interesting to see if they do change it, where they go with it, and if it happens in Gen
Yeah.
10 or another time.
Ooh, that's interesting. Cause like, yeah, I don't know. I played Champions for like a week. I didn't feel great about it. I feel like it was pretty stripped down. It felt more like rock, paper, scissors than Pokemon.
It's just the
So
battling, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
Um,
I like that.
I'm probably being pretty critical of it. But yeah, I don't know. That'd be sad if they change the way the battling is. I hope it's more of a lateral change instead of like simplifying it. I'd be upset if they like simplified it further. I don't
Yeah, I
like
don't
it.
I hope not. And I don't really like Z and A, I didn't really like it was okay for that game, the way they did the battle, system, but I wouldn't want that to be, like, the way they go into the future. If it was the exact same, maybe if they changed it a bit, it would be different, but I think Pokemon was just like that the battle system they had originally is, like, perfect for that game.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people want more, and it'd be cool to see better graphics, but I honestly be fine with just, like, a the same game over and over with different Pokemon. But
Yeah. Um, we got a high class set.
yeah, Mega I think we talked about it before where Mega X Mega Parade was like copyrighted, and now they confirmed that it's going to be released in Japan on February 19th. And it supposedly is featuring the Mega Raichu X and Y.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
thinking I'm gonna get my mark off my bingo square. I think I said they're gonna create like a Raichu X and Y card, like tag team style card. Not exactly tag team, but where they have both of them in the same card. So maybe, maybe not. We'll see though.
Maybe we should revisit our bingo
I
cards
don't
soon,
think I
see where we're
probably
at.
yeah, I feel like I didn't mark anything off.
Mine was pretty wild.
Yeah. Is Brian Pokey bald yet?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. That was I was hoping
That
that
was
would
yours? Mine was that he kisses rattle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Because that's when they were going back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know if
funny.
that like, that could have happened,
Yeah, I think
and they're
he'd probably
just not.
deny it, but we know the truth.
Should we just mark it off?
Yeah, I think I think people that don't know what the bingo cards we're talking about, they're like, "What?" Um, and then last oh, this is probably the most interesting one. I just saw this before we got on. iFOMO sent this to me, and you can go on Polymarket and now bet on the Pokemon market. I don't know much about Polymarket, but from my understanding, it's like you just bet on random events, right, occurring?
Yeah, so it's a prediction market, so
Yeah.
it is just straight up gambling
Yeah,
on.
so it's crazy. You could go bet on here, let me pull it up. This is the Polymarket for Pokemon, prediction and odds. Perfect order, center elite trainer box prices over under $128 on August 31st. This is wild. It's just for every set, you're just betting on in a certain amount of time where it's gonna be. Um,
Don't touch this, guys.
it's crazy that this is like a real thing.
This is, yeah, no, this is not a smart. Don't do this with your money. Honestly,
Or
just go buy the Pokemon cards you want instead of doing this.
yeah, I know people are like, "Man, I'm a degen, I have an addiction, I keep buying packs and to try and chase that." This is like the next level. This is
Yeah,
actually yeah, this is actually you got a problem.
yeah, this is a step down from that. So, if you're really considering this, just go rip packs.
Yeah,
Like, at
just
least you get bulk.
this is crazy though. I just I don't know why. People probably saw this coming. I just never really would have thought that this would have been a thing. And I wonder like how easily this could be manipulated because if what are they going off of TCG player? Like can
I don't
somebody
you
that owns a
remember.
bunch of TCG player product like, you know, manipulate the price and bet on this and I know that's illegal, but like they could do that and I just feel like it's super unregulated and easily manipulated.
People were betting on Logan Paul's Illustrator sale on Polymarket, remember?
Oh yeah. Okay. So not quite as new. Maybe just new to me. I just never really looked into it like this, and I saw this come through, and I was like, "Damn, that's wild."
Yeah, it's not something I'm interested in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or fortunately. Blue Hunt bought a Hidden Fates ETB, he says.
Ooh,
Huh, okay, nice.
nice. You gonna rip it?
It's a little random.
He said last
Eh, eh,
night, so I wonder if it was like do you ever do that? Like, you're in bed and you're just tired, and then you're just, like, scrolling? I don't see you doing this, but I've done this definitely where I'm, like, on eBay, and I'm like, "That's cool." Just don't have no any plan to buy this thing. I've never seen it before, thought about it. I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I just buy it. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, "Why did I buy that?" I'm not like
huh?
I don't drink or anything, so it's not like I'm, not thinking. Um, I just yeah, I've done that before.
I'll do it in the morning because quite often I wake up before my wife, and I don't wanna wake her up, so I'll just, like, be quiet and just press the phone screen against my eyeballs. Um, and I ordered 1 kilo of gummy candies off of Amazon at 6 in the morning.
That's That's so I wasn't thinking gummy candies, that's funny. 1 kilo.
We should go through our Amazon purchases one day.
Ooh, yeah. I think I just have TCG stuff mostly.
Mm,
I don't buy a lot of other stuff on Amazon. I don't know, maybe I do, I gotta go look. That's it for news. I don't know if
that's it
there's
for
anything
news.
else that you've heard of, but, yeah, that's all I got.
Probably, but
The market's crashing. I don't know if you saw that. People are That's what people are
oh,
saying at least.
I wanted to ask you about this. I keep seeing like summer slowdown and stuff. I don't really keep tabs on like the market, but is that happening?
I don't know, it's content creators, like, they over dramatize, like, everything and, everything's clickbait and brought to the extreme. I could think things have retraced or, gone down maybe 15-20%. They're saying, but I don't know if it's like a crash, but everybody's panicking, and then, yeah, content creators just make everything more dramatic. Um,
I see.
but yeah, that's just kind of the flavor of the week, and, who knows what's next week. Maybe we'll be booming again.
All right. All right. Time to move on to listener questions. Joseph Wilhelm asks, do you think the XY era will ever get its time in the sun? Feel like it's a bit niche right now, but the gold cards and even the generations promos with the starters feel underrated to me. Also, the full arts from that era look awesome in person.
I agree.
I think they're right. EX is kind of like it's kind of like in the middle, right?
XY or EX? Yeah.
Sorry, XY, XY.
I don't know if it's niche, but it just seems like it's less popular than everything else people talk about. Um, and I don't know why that is necessarily. I think there's a lot of cards that I like from that era a lot. I love the Pokekune set in Japanese.
XY promos
Yeah,
are
XY
good.
promos.
And
Yeah, there's a lot of good promos.
yeah, that's a different story. If we're talking like promos, that's different. But mainline sets, I do think some are probably underappreciated.
Yeah, comparative to, like, when you talk about, like, yeah, compared to everything else. And the full arts are really cool too. I think, I don't know, in English, some of them are really clean. So, like, I bring up this card all the time, but that's the only English card I have, is the Mega, what is it called?
Rayquaza.
Yeah, that thing. Oh, here it is. The English texture is actually better, like, on some of the XY cards. Like, the texture on this card in English is better than the Japanese texture. And I didn't
Mm.
know that until I had both copies, and I'm like, "Damn, like, English X." I don't know if that's for all XY cards, but for this card, it's a noticeable difference.
I
Um,
wonder if it's just because that's what you're used to. Because we all think Japanese texture is better. To me, it's like it's more finer, and I think that looks nicer.
no, I think Japanese is better normally, but for modern cards and stuff, it's more pronounced, but on this English card, um,
Okay,
it's much more pronounced than in the Japanese one. The Japanese one looks a little flat compared to it, actually.
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
But no, I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna say no to this. I think that the good XY cards, or sorry, the most popular XY cards are mainstream. The promos
Yeah,
are
for sure.
mainstream.
There's ponchos are all, like, the most expensive cards. I think those are all XY.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some like hidden gems. And I'm thinking like the full arts with the gold borders, like there's an Alakazam. Um,
Ooh, yeah. Those have gone up recently a
yeah,
lot.
I feel like those were kind of the last ones that were niche and kind of
Yeah.
got
But they lagged.
scattered.
You're right. They, like, lagged, but behind everything
They
else,
did.
there was, like, all this stuff blown up, and then these cards, like, nobody was talking about. Same with the Hoopa promo that has, like, the shiny Rayquaza and the Pikachu riding a Mega Latias. That card was cheap for the longest time, and just lagging behind everything else, and now it's kind of blown up. Um, yeah, there's so many good cards, and there's probably still stuff that, like you said, is just niche, and I think, yeah, you can find that in any era really, but
Mhm.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that question. That was a good one.
Jake collects. 284 said, "What is this thing that you guys love, or what is a thing that you guys love to collect that isn't related to Pokemon?"
Cats.
That's funny.
Cats.
Do
My other answer would be retro video games.
you have retro video games?
Well, like, I have pretty big like Nintendo 64 and like Game Boy collection.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe you told me about this. I don't know.
I don't know.
Um, that's cool. What's your favorite Nintendo 64 game? Top 3.
Top three, Pokemon Stadium 2.
Okay. That's it? Top 3, Pokemon Stadium 2?
Majora's Mask.
I've never played either of these games.
Oof.
I didn't own a
That's
64.
rough. That's rough, man. Um, and then I don't know about the third one. I actually have right here. This is quite desirable now. This is the Majora's Mask gold cartridge, and it
Oh, that
has
looks
a
cool.
lenticular label on it.
Ooh, a gold star lenticular?
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's yeah, it is. I love it. I bought it years ago off a coworker. Um, I don't know what this is worth now, but years ago, my coworker's like, "Oh, I have the old Zelda cart." And I was like, "Can I buy it off you?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" He's like, $5. Actually, you can just have it. And I gave him $50. I was like, "No, man." Like like I think it was worth like 60 or $70 at the time, and I was like, "I'd happily give you $50 for this."
Damn, that's crazy.
Um, I guess I might say Pokemon Snap.
No, what is it? GoldenEye?
GoldenEye. GoldenEye sucks.
What?
Yeah, man.
Dude, that was one of the best games, that I've played. I didn't
Gold
play a lot, so because I didn't own one, but that I just remember playing that at a friend's house. And Smash
GoldenEye's
Brothers?
great to play with your friends. Um, but no, going back and playing it, and if you compare it to something like Perfect Dark or Half-Life, which I know wasn't on the Nintendo 64, but was around the same time, like it's like GoldenEye doesn't compare, man.
Yeah,
It just
I
doesn't.
I didn't play
But no,
their
the
own stuff.
memories playing GoldenEye with my friends when we were little, like that's S tier memories right there. You can't beat that. The soundtrack's so good too.
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack. Um,
Level design is garbage though.
I did see somebody, playing it on, live recently, and I'm like, "It's just a blank map with, like, a tower on one end and a building on the other." I'm like, What is this?"
Yeah, yeah. And you think, oh well, it was on the Nintendo 64, but then you, like I said, you look at a game like Perfect Dark or Half Life, and you're like, no way. Like Banjo Kazooie's great. Oh, DK64, great
Ooh, that's
soundtrack.
a good
Yeah,
DK was good.
Nintendo 64 is a good time. Oh, I forgot about Super Mario 64.
That's a good one too.
It really is. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good 64 games. And yeah,
Um,
Smash Bros is great. I think Melee is way better than the 64 one though.
ow, melee. You did that on purpose.
Do you say Melee?
Um, yeah. I don't know
Do
what
we
I
just
collect.
pronounce everything differently?
What do I collect that's not Pokemon?
Bunnies?
Yeah, I collect yeah, I guess, that or, like, the Chow comic stuff that's not Pokemon. Like those tarot cards I showed you the last episode. They're just, like, not Pokemon related, but they're like the girls shoujo comic from back in the day. I just like the vintage art, Japanese art from then.
Okay, so your answer is horny little bunnies and shoujo girl art.
You don't gotta put it like that. Yeah, I guess that's my answer.
All right.
Next question, we're moving on.
Uh, let's yeah. Let's
Biliana
not
what?
No, nothing. I was
Billy
gonna
on
say let's not awkwardly sit in silence after that.
do you
Chat's not even moving. Everyone's just
they're
put their
sitting in
phone down.
silence with us. I don't know if they can tell. We're both very tired.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a 30th anniversary chase card at the moment, or are you not going to bother with the set at all? I think we've answered this. We both agreed that the Pikachus are going to be just easy. It's going to be nice because they're all unique arts from really cool artists, and you get one every pack. It's going to be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I'm all about the Pikachus. Honestly, the rest of the set is kind of a skip for me. I'll try and get my hands on some of those classic cards like the Lugia and the Charizard, but
You don't want the original arts, the newer ones like the Mew or the Mewtwo's.
a lot of it looks great, but I've spent a lot of money on some different goals this year.
Yeah.
And I've decided to take on base set 5 times. So, I can't have
Are you doing
everything.
no rarity?
No,
Okay,
no,
you should.
I know.
um, I was gonna say, I did when the first lottery and it was announced for the Japanese product, the winners, and so
Mhm.
I won, I think 2 or 3 booster boxes of the 30th anniversary set, and then the futuristic box, which is like the one that comes with the FUR futuristic rare Pikachus. It has both the day and the night one.
FUR.
That's what they're called, FUR. That's the rarity.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome.
and then it has, like, the play mat, the deck box, all that with it. That thing is expensive. It's like 207 or no, 27,000 yen. So it's about 100 and, like,
Wow,
60 USD, I think,
damn.
maybe more. Yeah, it's like 170 or 80 maybe. That's crazy for a product, a Pokemon product.
Yeah,
But yeah, happy I won. I think, I didn't win the Espeon Umbreon deck box, with that promo in there.
yeah. Pikachus, we're all about the Pikachus. One more question from Lechonkamania. How are you guys feeling about the state of the weekly Weedle? You're far more smooth bouncing off each other than in earlier episodes. I would agree with that. With a more established on camera chemistry, it feels like you've already come a long way in such a short time. Have you any major weekly Weedle show renovations or plans for the future?
Yeah, I think we said at the beginning, we're surprised we made it this far, mostly because of my commitment issues. We both didn't have confidence in if, it was gonna be a thing that we would do, but, yeah, I agree. I think our episodes have gotten more. We've gotten that was a thing that I struggled with a lot, and I think because I didn't do content very consistently or at, like, a high level like you do, I was always asking you like, "Well, like, what about this?" Like, how we didn't have the, discussion or game and then news and questions. We were kind of, like, figuring out how we were gonna structure the episodes, and we'd change it up each time. Um, but I think we've got, like, a good flow and structure to the episodes now. But
Yeah, and there was a time where after recording, you would message me and be like, "Do you wanna redo it? I don't feel good about this one."
oh, I
I'm
forgot,
like, "No,
yeah.
you're good. You're
We
good,
did
man."
record one, right?
We did re-record. Did we? I
Yeah, we
think
did
we
one
re
episode, I think the next day, because I forgot I used to message you about it, and I was like, "I don't think that was good," and then there was one time I was like, you're like, "Would you feel better about it if we redid it?"
I think that was my interview with you on my for my members content.
Okay. Yeah, so you're right, that was it. That was
Yeah,
still bad, I think, but
Weedle prototype.
that was so early. I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Weedle prototype there.
Yeah, that was I forgot all about that, like, though, messaging you be like, "I don't know, it didn't seem good," and then you're like, "It's fine."
Yeah, that's fine.
As
Release
far
the
as
footage.
no. As far as renovations or, like, future, yeah, plans for the show, I don't know. We've talked about guests, but I don't even know how that would work on here. I guess, like, it would
Yeah,
work. You just use the same process for getting you in here. We just have to change
yeah.
our format or layout, I guess, in OBS.
Are you good at asking, like, reaching out and asking people?
I like, what do you mean good?
I don't know, I hesitate. Like, but what I
I
found
don't.
or what I see is that, like, people are willing to do stuff. Like, there's some podcasts where they have, like, huge guests on, and it's like, "Oh, they must have just reached out to them." And honestly, if anyone reaches out to me and asks me to come on their podcast, I'm probably gonna say yes. But I know for a fact, because I've been told, people are hesitant to ask me because I'm a quote unquote "big YouTuber."
Mm, I'm not. I wouldn't be hesitant to ask. I've asked not maybe not people to come on my channel, but I've reached out to like I've reached out to like Nat Turner. He's known though to like reply to anybody. And he's the CEO of Collector, like billionaire, millionaire, whatever. And he just replies back like casually. So I'm not like hesitant in the way I'm like I'm scared they're gonna say no or they yeah, but I just yeah, I don't do it all that often. But I guess I could send Logan Paul a DM.
All right, yeah, hit up all the big names and ask them to come on.
That'd be funny to do, like, just yeah, spam it and see who says yes. It'd probably be
Yeah,
better coming from
exactly.
you, though.
Uh,
I don't know.
but I don't want to do that.
Okay, I'll do it. That's it, right? I get no more questions? Any questions in the chat?
That's it. I'll quickly skim the question here. There, the chats here. Young Thai PC says they just announced Collectopia Vancouver on June 25th, 2027. What are the chances we see a weekly Weedle booth? Shug, you ever travel for big shows?
How does that work? Is it you can pay to be to go or to be you have to be invited as, like, a for VIP?
Um, so if you want a table there, like if you're a vendor, you would have to purchase a table, and they're pretty expensive, I think.
Yeah, I could bet, yeah.
Um, Otherwise, yeah, you would be invited as a guest. So last year I received an invitation and I went this year. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I Sleep No Card Behind got invited, but it'd be fun to go as Weekly Weedle
I'd be down.
and record an in-person episode
Ooh, that'd be cool.
and yeah, maybe do a meet and greet where no one shows up.
Oh, I don't know if I could sit at a table with no line for a meet and greet. I, uh, I would love to go. That'd be really cool if we could make that happen. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. I'd say it's more up to you, but yeah, it's possible.
I would be down. That's like enough. It's like a year away. That's enough time to plan. Um,
Yeah.
if it was like next month, I'd be like, sorry, no, can't do that. But yeah, definitely down for a year from now if we're still doing this.
Yeah, Braden wants to know when our tour dates are coming out.
Oh man, we're when we yeah, I don't know. Be a
We
while.
should legit do that. Like, when my wife and I went to Montreal last month, we caught Smosh Reed's Reddit stories live. And we've gone to a few live shows past few years, and that was the best one. A
Really
live podcast was the best thing we've been to.
interesting. Yeah, my wife she went
Yeah.
to a live podcast too. Um, like 6 months ago maybe, and I just thought it was interesting because I'd never really heard of that before. I was like, that sounds weird. Like, but she said it. Yeah, she liked it a lot.
That's essentially what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but actually live in front of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Young Tai said he'll be in line for the meet. That's right. Young Tai, lives in Vancouver or near Vancouver. That's right.
Yeah, that'd be cool
Cool.
to see some of the people we see in the chat all the time, or that we've seen
Lottie
in your
says she'll
Discord.
go. She's in Seattle, so she's not far. That'd be great. That'd be cool. Have a Weedle meetup.
Yeah.
A weed up. No, not a weed up.
Hey, weed
Well, it
up,
is Vancouver.
weed up. Dude, it's been so long for me since I've had any of that.
Yeah. You ready to close out the episode?
Yeah. Very much so.
Oh, I don't know what's with these endings lately. We're just kind of like burning out instead of having an actual
It's slowly
close.
dying, yeah. It
It's post Weedle nap time. Hell yeah, Platty.
yeah, I gotta
Yes,
wake
it
up
is.
in 4 hours, 5 hours.
Ouch.
Yeah, not
No,
bad.
you hang up first. Yeah, this is giving it's giving you hang up first energy. All right, guys,
Alright.
thank you for listening to the Weekly Weedle. Thank you for being here live if you're here live. And don't forget to tune in next week to jump in on that giveaway and make fun of Shug's bunny obsession.
Alright, thank you guys.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.